Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of We the People as Sweden. In previous episodes we got the shipyard over here, Spike. So we can do a lot of things in there. Okay, we had one of our slaves disappear. Oh, that's what the notification was, enemy over there. Oh. Alright then, well, we probably won't be able to get that slave back. Yeah, well, it happens. Right, so we got the sugar plantation over here. We'll probably want to get a sawmill over there because it's along a river. So let's go and do that. Then we've got the ranger, I suppose that can just sit in here for a little while. We've got the native mercenary that can sit there for a moment. We've got the scout, let's speak of the chief. Crocodile collector, and they are in need of cloth. Good to know, good to know. That's a seasoned scout, so we've been to most of these towns in here, I suppose. We can probably go further inland. Well, that's not really a huge amount of options in here, but also, you know, run through that. Let's speak with the chief here. Follow woolcloth and expect tobacco planters. Alright then. This is what. Oh, hold on a minute. Did we? Oh, no. It's more different natives in here. Never mind. Right, back to the process over here. So, this one's supposed to help a little bit with the construction of various things around here. Got the fruit plantation, the farm, and we've got the collector's post. But then there's, I suppose, do we want to turn that into stone? Because, yeah, we could probably put in a quarry there. Let's just go through some of the steps in between first. Right, so the West Indiamen, did we? Yeah, we brought these stuff in from the town of Spokomania. What do we want to go? Oh, right, actually, before we pick up the stuff for this, let's go out and unload the gold. Because that might be one of the things that we want to sell. I mean, yeah, that's going to be quite a bit of money. We'll also take the gemstones, I suppose. We have a lot of cocoa pods, but not actually utilizing those all that much yet. And they're not really worth a whole lot. Admittedly, so is the milk. It's a bit of a situation like that, but oh well. I think we're just going to go out and do a quick trip with just these two. Sail off to Europe. And then the trek, I suppose, is there still a whole lot of stuff waiting in Ostrorn? There's a decent bit. Well, there's the, yeah, there's more gold waiting there. Halfman probably, yeah, we haven't started emptying that yet too much. Just go Catmandos and start picking up some of the spice from there, among other things. Maybe we'll pick up a few things along the way here as well, and then head off to Spike. Then I suppose we've got so much, yeah, we've got almost 600 horses right now in Kazuraptor. That's quite something, alright. Quite something. I think what we do need to do is eventually bring in pigs or something like that in here. So I'm going to utilize that wetland. Unless we turn that into a different kind of terrain. That's, I suppose, possibly an option as well. But let's get to the... Well, actually, no, we're not going to get to the next round yet. We've got such a huge amount of money that we'll probably build up the newspaper, at least, over here in Spokomania. And then in Spike, well, the town market is going to be done fairly quickly. Taz... We're going to get a bit of assistance on getting the town hall there to get the Liberty Bell production. How are we? We're still probably below 1800, are we? Oh no, we are at 1800 now, but the Danes are now at 6200. So they're almost 2/3 of the way towards victory through industrialization. I don't think we'll be able to catch up with them. Like, we will be able to improve situations somewhat, but that's about it. Get the brewer's house over there in the meanwhile to get something good out of that, and then the vintage house over here. We'll go out and build that up. How's the culture? Okay, we've got 70% there, so we are eventually taking over those, but it's going to take a while still. We could probably get the butcher's house over here, not Unsung, but Ostrorn. Not that we initially have a whole lot of things that... Right, so if we're going to... We could turn that into a pasture, maybe, and get some sheep or something like that in here. Or I suppose another option might be goats. Not entirely sure. But bring something like sheep or goats or something like, along those lines in here for the hills, and then start getting some more food through butchering. Although I suppose there's still fishing is going to be an easy option over here in Osor. There's room for 2 master fishermen or expert fishermen over there. That's going to be a lot of food. We got a lot of food. How much are we making in 26 food in Port Alberta right now? It's got 10% limited desire. No support for independence. So that's not too shabby. There's of course room for 2 more fishermen over there. That's just going to be insane. We might want to, once we get another inhabitant over here, we'll start trading those into being fishermen. And to increase the food production in more and more and more until, you know, we're through. Well, let's get to the next round now. We still have 70,000 gold, but that's, it's alright. We do have a lead of 10 points to the Danes, so they must have had their taxes increased recently. Because they were at, like, 317 points not that long ago. Or 16, somewhere around there anyway. Oh, we can write the student now. We'll probably get the master carpenter, actually. We're going to send that to other towns. Oh, right, a newspaper completed in Spokomania. Can we... Let's have a look at what do we have into the resource. We've got a little bit of clay. We've got a decent bit of stone. We are getting some more clay, but it's not necessarily enough. Tools we're getting alright, so we could even get the warehouse fairly quickly. That wouldn't be an issue. But that wouldn't really increase any productions right now. I suspect that the just increasing productions would be the better option right now. We do produce a lot of rice in here, so we potentially get one of the bakers. Oh, right, yeah, now that the carpenter is no longer there, we're not actually losing food. That's quite handy. We're still getting more sheep, although only 3 per round. It's not really going to be enough. We do have the tailors in here as well. We don't have a whole lot wool. But I suppose the everyday clothes, that would... Ooh, yeah, 43 per unit, compared to the... Wow, that's... Yeah, 28 already per unit for the colored wool cloth. But it'd still be okay, honestly. Yeah, the fur traders has a kind of pointless... well, not pointless, but not that useful for us right now. We could, in theory, get... Right, the university... that would require a lot of resource, but that would actually be quite a nice location, or nice thing to have in here, on a somewhat central location. Actually, for extra food, we could get the watermill. That would be a plus, at least +1 on food. Potentially, we could actually switch the expert rice farmer over here to just produce more food. That would still be a, well, I suppose it's +6 and +6. So, actually, overall, the total production would drop if we switch to that one. But yeah, I think we're going to go and get the watermill, just to increase the total food production slightly so it can still grow naturally. And then blacksmith shop in Unsung. How are we looking over there? So we did get that completed. Now we are producing 5 tools per round. We've still got plenty of iron. That's not too bad. The food is not the best in here. Because we do have the medical office already. We're not actually using that much. Is that... No, we could get the graveyard to increase the health a little bit further. It's also going to give it a little bit more cross production, so... Or crosses production, so that could be alright. The water mill would be fairly good for extra food. Over here would at least be a +2 total. Because it replaces the windmill, which is a +1 already. You know what, actually, we'll get the schoolhouse in here. Then what I'm going to do is we'll make sure that the lumberjack over here is educated, becoming an expert lumberjack, so we can get a lot more wood in this town. I think that's actually going to be a good idea there. Then we've got the blacksmith house over here in Fort Kathmandos. Do we have anyone available to do blacksmithing yet? Not really. No. Well, not necessarily. We do have the expert or master carpenter over here. We could probably get the butchers. We don't have any of the animals that we're farming in here. But it would give us a bit more food production overall. It's a fairly quick contract as well. Unless there's something else that we need. Well, actually, we could get the weaver's hut, actually. Instead, because that would allow us to start getting some of the wool cloth. Actually, no, it's a cotton. That could be quite handy. Then we've got the town hall and Taz. We've got quite a bit of clay and stone, actually, in there. We're not producing either right now. We could get clay, admittedly. Oh, I think there was the... Right, we lost the one that was getting the clay in here. Well, that's unfortunate. We don't get a whole lot of tools. What do we need for the... Right, is that a bit more for the jail? Still like the whole of chicken. There's 17 per round. Oh, boy. That is a lot. Now, eventually, that does mean that we'll get a whole lot of butchering done. And this one's actually going to get... Well, eventually going to be a master poultry butcher. But that's still going to take a while. Oh, I suppose we could get the church without tools. Because that is kind of what we're lacking on. And then we've got the butcher's house at Osthorn. Let's have a look at the things in there. So we've got the spice trader already in there. We could get the... I suppose we'll get the stable first. And after that we might get the... Oh, the schoolhouse probably won't hurt either. Yeah, we'll queue up the schoolhouse after that. So, because we've got things like the Disillusion Missionary over here, which will eventually get education, and we'll be bringing more people in here that we can then train into some other things. Not necessarily very good selection yet. We'll figure out that. Right, we've got the Brewer's House over here at Town in the Hills. I suppose we could get the Storage House now. Quite a bit more capacity. Things like that. Admittedly, we also need to get the Village Core at some point. We do get wood, but of course food is a bit of a... Yeah, we need to get a carpenter in here. That would probably fix a lot of the issues. And then we got the Vintage's House over here at Goodlup. Do we have... We don't have a butcher here yet. I suppose that would be a decent option by now. Increase the growth, and then we can get a lot more things done, I hope. Oh, another 3% tax increase. I'm not gonna actually take that 3% increase there. It does mean that we'll be throwing away a whole lot of fruits, but it does mean that you know, we're not selling too much fruits again, or we weren't selling too much of it anyway. Is Unsung already have? Yeah, they've got a master carpenter there. Gonna go and hunt down a town that doesn't have oh right. For example, Taz over there doesn't have a master carpenter, so we can then shift those two around to do some other duties. And we've got 3 colonists in Port Albertus. Let's go ahead and get that one studying. It's going to take 15 rounds, unfortunately, but we'll get another master fisherman over here, and we're going to basically start churning out as much population out of this town as possible. Well, maybe not as much as possible, but a whole lot nonetheless. Right, we've got another mercenary over here that can probably sit tight for now. Is there a town here somewhere? Yeah, there is. And I did not build this one yet. I suppose we could probably get the collector's post over there. An expert lumberjack in Mastani. Oh, brilliant. Is that one? No, that's a trapper's hut. That's a lodge. Alright then, that's 10 more lumber per round. A bit stagnant for growth right now, also in terms of medical, but I guess we can actually spend some money to get the medic's office now. Then we can get the medic in there. Food is still going to be a slight issue. We probably do need to get another... Oh, that's got a lodge. That's got a lodge. Okay, well, I suppose, yeah, food is going to be a bit of an issue in there until we get some animals in there. Right, we are now at... Yeah, we'll take some of the spice. We're going to keep the red peppers in here. We'll take the cotton. Maybe the peat. We'll go and do a stop at Mastani to pick up some wood. Right, so I could turn this into a pasture. I'm not entirely sure if it would be ideal. It could be done. I think we will do that. And then let's go out and unload that failed trader. But actually, I suppose I could just send this off to Spockomania to train that one into other duties. Oh, right, we've got the native slave over here in Gazoo-Raptor. And the question is, what are we going to let that one do? Because the only thing that really is remaining is just get working over here, which I guess farmer's going to be the thing. But there we go, now we're getting +8 food. It's not too shabby. We'll probably spend a bit of money on getting the printed breast done here faster. Get the limited bells, or the bell production a bit higher. Let's also go ahead and get a sawmill up on this hill here, which I believe was the plan from the get-go. Ooh, right, this is the conversion native that we sent in. Now, I suppose this one could probably go ahead and help a little bit with the food production. Get some fishing going on, so we can then grow the town a bit faster. Health-wise, it's still pretty good. Happiness is actually really good. I'm a bit surprised. Why is the happiness so low? Oh, but treaties with other Europeans, okay. Law, culture, city health, and then buildings. So yeah, there's quite a few buildings that do increase the happiness a tiny bit. Like 1s or 2s on several of these. Right, the wagon train has arrived up here in the mountains, so town in the hills. So to get the gems, we could probably bring the barley out of here. Although we could probably just start brewing the barley in here. So we'll take the hemp, actually. Bring that into Spike. Oh, there's a kraken. Now, what could we purchase over here? Some grapes or furs. I don't really require either. But farewell. We'll hunt down that kraken. Now, the tavern in Hoffman is going to be built, so we can start getting a bit of an increase in borders there. Or improvements in the border situation. Still got 8,000 admittedly. What about Fort Giraffe? Let's get the tavern in there. Get things going. So how do we compare in terms of the population now overall? Still don't have 4%. We're getting okay numbers in there, but there's plenty of room. Now, I do wonder, actually. I suppose there's a possibility that the Danes will start fighting their independence war. And then, you know, there might not be... Well, the industrialization might not be increasing quite as much anymore. But it's not a guarantee. I don't know if the AI actually even does the independence. At least not very likely, I reckon. But let's get to the next round, shall we? We should be getting a church over here for Fort Zhatelier, I think. And the town markers might also be completed in Spike. We've got a renowned medic at Taz by the looks of it. Right, so Fort Dad got a church. Let's have a look at the situation in here. What could we do? We are getting a bit of a sugar right now, which I... Oh, right, we're transporting that off to Spike every now and then. I do wonder... No, we've got the viewers already, so that's not really good. Well, I suppose a +1 in there. The Liberty Bells production, we've got the printing press. We've got quite a bit of tools. Can we actually get the next tier of that as well? Or is that the... No, the printing press... I don't think that's the last level yet. We could get the City Hall, actually. It's going to take quite a while. We'll probably spend some money to build that once we got all the resources for it. Well, most of the resources anyway. Right now it's 6,500. That's maybe a bit too much. And now with the church over here, we are getting some tools, right? Yeah, we're producing 3 per round. I do wonder if we should just get the blacksmith shop an upgrade. It would take quite a while to get the resources needed, but that would allow us to get a lot more throughput in there. So I think we will do that. Not just that, that's still over 3,000. We could probably wait a few rounds on that one. Then the printing press in Kazuraptor has been completed. Do we have... Yeah, we've got the town hall upgrade already. Still getting a lot of rice produce in here, actually. And, of course, a whole lot of horses. And fruits. I guess the distillery would be a decent option for an upgrade there. Law-wise, we're still good. Health-wise, we're still good. Education, I mean, we're not using too much in here, actually. Good for the large stable, or to get even more horses. It would only be like 5% extra, mind you, but it could be useful. Alternatively, the lumber mill. Actually, yeah, I like the sound of that. We can do construction faster. It also allows us to then produce the treks in here, which is going to be probably one of the fairly good locations for it. We'll need to bring in a bit of a sailcloth over here every now and then, but that's fine. Right, we've got the tavern in Hoffman. Let's go ahead and get the pier. And our galleon has arrived back in Europe. Let's go ahead and sell all of these. So that's, yeah, it's got to be a decent bit of money. Let's go ahead and sail this one back to, I guess, to Spike. Oh, Kasawa's the 4 commanders. You know what? I like that idea. We've got 30,000 gold, and then we've got the renowned medic. So that one's going to get back to work. We could probably go ahead and send this one off to work as a blacksmith now. Yeah, toolsmith. We'll get the carpenter in here to do actual carpentry. And then the hemp planter could probably work on... Well, I suppose we could get either the wine... Or we could assign that to work on the clay pit over here for a little while. Actually, no, we're going to put that as a... let's get some Liberty Bells in here, so we can actually get some boost for all the people in here. That's a smart idea. Right, so that was the lodge. So we built up all of the tiles around Mastani at this point. Oh, there's a polar bear. Well, fair enough. At some point we might want to set up a town over here somewhere. Of course, there's also a room over here for another town. Somewhere in there, because there's like Kazuraptor ends over there and Ostron starts there. So right there, for example, would be okay. Maybe over here, that would take that one away from the town. Knowing how the mechanics of what's going to belong to which town work. Well, there's also a bit of gap over here, which we could fill in. I'm going to go ahead and start helping with some of the setups. Oh, the whaling ship, is that? Yeah, it's got 300 whale mate. Alright then. Off we sail to Spike. And Port Albert is right. We've got the caravel over here. Let's just heal up. Load up a whole lot of gold. Yeah, 63 gold. That's pretty decent. Got some more grapes over there. I don't think we're going to farm the pigs in this town, so we're going to take the pigs away. Bring them to Ostron. I don't think we'll be using them there directly either, but that's fine. Could get the native slave working on the coal mine. Potentially. Although getting more food would be quite nice, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of things that we can do to get more food. So let's just go for the coal mine right now. Actually, that... I guess we could get a decent bit of food in there. I didn't realise that. Well, I'd say a decent bit. 3, so it's a bit more than what it consumes. But not by much. Right, let's go ahead and pick up some more cotton, because we're producing a huge amount in there. Ooh, we could load up the hardwood, actually. Sure. Then let's do a quick stop at Fort Dad. We could probably drop off the... Well, we've got so much cotton in there already. I don't think we need to load or drop anything there. Is there anything that we could load up? Some of the cotton, maybe, but... You know what? Sure. We'll probably be getting plenty in there anyway. We can drop some of the peat as Pokemania for now. And did we... I suppose there's next town over there. Speak with the chief here. Expert peat and clay cutter and chocolate. Alright then. And that's not too shabby. There's another town. So slowly but surely we have explored most of the continent. There's still a little bit of the sort of southern half over here. Or southern third maybe. That we haven't discovered fully, but that's... it's underway. Mapping off that. Right, so did we... I suppose City Hall, how much would that cost in here? It's a bit much. For the lumber mill at Kazoo that's also 3,000. That might be a little bit too much stable. That's a few hundred, so we can... or 500, so we can easily build that one. And maybe the butcher's house over here at Buildup. And for Hoffman, probably get the pier done. Just so that we can do some fishing in there if need be. It's a fairly small town right now, which is only one converted native working in there. It will be growing in a couple rounds at least. Speaking of which, right, there's a roaster's house going to be done next round. The town market is going to be done next round. Also, Spike is going to get another citizen there. How much would the watermill cost? That's still 3,000 almost, but I think we actually spend that money. Just so that we can get the food production increased. And with that, let's head to the next round, shall we? Oh, we've got another master carpenter somewhere. Oh, right, so we've got the town market. Oh, customs house. I mean, that is tempting. That is very tempting. We'll also get the trek to get another high-capacity wagon. We could just probably automate that one. On the other hand, getting some more things like the whaling ships and all that would be nice. Oh, yeah, we've got 53% support for independence now. Pretty decent. You know what, actually, let's get the college in here. There's only a few rounds and we can then start trading a bit more advanced things in here. Maybe not quite all the things that we need, but it would still be okay increase, I would say. Oh, we're starting to get some of the field worker tools as a leftover in here. Not a whole lot of them yet, but I suppose it's still better than nothing. Also go through at least some of the fruits, and oh, still got a huge amount of sugar there. Alright then. But yeah, so we got the free colonist in here. What do we want to do with that? Food production is doing pretty good right now, so that's not something that we need to worry about. Also, if we want to, maybe one of the ranchers could be sent elsewhere. Or put on other duties. And maybe we could potentially actually just take one of these and clear the specialty. Yeah. So that can be turned into Master Cheesemaker. And then the free colonist over here right now. So we could get some more wine. And we still don't have any stockpile of it, actually. I mean, we are producing some... Oh, right. We don't have the spice trading in here yet either. What else do we have that we could... Oh, right. Yeah, we can't make the wool cloth either. Alright then, so there's a lot of very small buildings that we kind of need to... I'm just going to go and queue up a couple of those. So the Spice Trader. And then the Viva's house. They won't take too long to build. Actually, the college... Well, I don't want to spend on the wood over here right now. So we're going to let this town produce things as a will. We could maybe put the free colonists to work on the train oil thing. Because we are going to get a lot more whale fat in here soon enough. And... yeah, there's still a huge demand. So that would be one option. That would give us quite a bit of stuff. Another option would, of course, be to get some more sailcloth production. That's something that we can produce quite easily in here. Or put this one to work at making cocoa. We don't have the confectioner's house yet, though, so we can't make chocolate. But that would be a somewhat of a valuable item for sure. We don't also have the leather worker, so we can't turn the leather goods into... Actually, no. Yeah, we've got the tanners, but the leather worker we do not. Right, good to know. On the other hand, we could try to train the colonists into some profession already. It would take a while, but most of them aren't necessarily available yet, so... Yeah, it's mostly the things that would be working outside the town that we'd be able to do right now. So I think what we're going to do... We'll get some more wine. It's a fairly simple one, but that's, you know, at least a bit of an increase in here. Oh, we've got domestic demand of 9 already. Okay, so it's not really going to give us too much until this becomes a expert, which might take a while. Right, the watermill in Spokomania is now completed. So we do get +2 in food. I suppose it's not the end of the world. Still a bit low on clay. I suppose tools we're getting 11 per round, so that's good. Once we get one master blacksmith, we'll probably train the other one, or toolsmith over here. We'll then train the other one at the college to turn it into blacksmith as well. We might then not have enough iron production, mind you. Right now we are still keeping the production just about enough. Eventually, I suppose the miner is, or the slave over here is going to get the freedom, and then we'll probably get that as an expert miner eventually as well. Right, so we don't have a lot of stone. That's something to keep in mind. Could get the warehouse. That's we'll have the tools for that next round anyway, and that's going to give us a bit more stockpile room in there, because there's probably going to be a lot of stuff ending in there anyway. A decent bit of stuff, maybe, not necessarily a huge amount. Right, so we've got the roaster's house in Port Albertus. We've got a whole lot of pigs, which we are butchering quite a bit, mind you. But there's room for more. We're getting another fisherman over here being trained, although that's still going to take a while. We don't have the clay or stone or tools. I guess we could get the tanner's house. That's going to allow us to then get some of the pig skins turned into pig leather aprons, which do sell for quite a bit of money, actually. Alright then, sure. Domestically anyway, not necessarily so much in terms of exporting back to Europe. That's a coal mine over there. We can probably get an iron mine in here as well, on the hillside. So we could get a... there's a bit of a border town over here. The armory might not be a terrible thing. Then we've got the pier. Let's go and get the... I guess we'll get the village market next. Aha, and then we've got... Oh boy, that's a lot of goodies right there. And then I suppose this one's going to be sailing off to the New World. Let's go in the middle there. Basically just find out some natives that we can sell the guns to. Alright, so this is the West Indiaman. We can finally take the political refugee from here. And then, well, the cabinet maker might not be really that useful for us right now. So I'm just going to go and sail this one back to... You know what, we've got such a huge amount of money. Perhaps we should purchase something. We could just get another expert miner, I guess. That would be a pretty decent increase for all the iron production. Among other things, so, well, somewhere at least. We'll sell these off to, I think, actually Spokomania will do. Oh, there we go. We'll arrive in Port Royal. We'll get a decent bit of money out of this. 14,000 already. Now the question is, do we want to purchase more native slaves? Because I'm pretty sure that we can't really bring these in... Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, the pirate cutter. I think that would be something that can... Sail to Port Royal. It's got cargo space of 1. It doesn't say that it can carry only cargo. So that would be one way to get these... you know, we'll get one of these then. Yeah, there we go. Right, off you sail to, I don't know, Port Albertus maybe? Cool. But this one can't get on the slave bark. Which is probably not the end of the world. I think we're just going to go ahead and sail this one back to Spike. Pick up some more stuff from there. Oh, Master Carpenter Gazoo Raptor. Oh, brilliant. We might be running a little bit low on then the extra wood over here for making more colonists, which actually we haven't made any colonists recently. But we might want to save up on that. We've got such a huge amount of horses in here. Still getting 13 per round. I mean, it's very effective. It's very, very effective, in fact. Oh, we'll get the lumber mill soon enough as well. So that does probably mean that we won't be having a lot of excess production in here. I mean, if need be, what we can do is we can switch this one to produce more lumber. And then that would be, I suppose if it's 8 plus 3, 11 plus whatever bonuses we might have in there. So it's probably like somewhere in, I guess it's fairly similar to this. So that's 6 and that's 8 base. Okay. So about 12 extra wood from there, I guess. But getting some of the extra hardwood over here is not a bad idea either. Right, but we've got that. Oh, right. Let's go and trade with the natives in here. What do we have? You got a little bit great. I guess we'll purchase some of that. Very well. I'll buy the next ones. I'm gonna go and get up the mountains there. Oh. Oh, storage is almost at its limit. Right then. How bad is the situation? What is the big problem in here? Yeah, we're getting a little bit full indeed. Well, I suppose the 1100 iron is probably not helping. The 300 milk. Yeah, almost 300 down. 300 wine or grapes over 400 sugar. Yeah, I can see why it's getting a little bit full there. How much does the college need tools? It's only 50. So I'm going to go out and deliver some tools into other towns. Maybe, actually. We'll go out and take in, like, I don't know, 100 tools? That might be a little bit overkill, but that's fine. I will go out and pick up some of the stone as well. Like 50 or so. What we'll do is we'll deliver that to Port Albertus so we can start upgrading that one a little bit. Although maybe not immediately. We'll need to get some clay there as well, but that's going to be something that we'll start working on. And then the trick, let's go out and unload the peat. And then what can we load up from here that we might need in the capital? And there's still the colored wool cloth, I suppose, which probably would sell quite nicely. You know what? Sure. And what we might do is we'll bring in the cotton. Alright, is it wool or cotton? I think it's wool over there, actually. So we can bring that to Spokomania. Get the productions going, or increase the productions even. That way we can make a bit of room in the stockpiles as well. Yeah, 300 cotton, but we'll take the wool. And then maybe we'll go out and deliver at least a little bit of things that we don't produce. That's a lot of fruit brandy. We don't produce enough of that. We could... Actually, before I decide on that, let's double check. Why is the demand for things like... I suppose fruit brandy, there's quite a bit of demand. Wine, we probably don't still have any stockpile. Grain oil, well, there's a decent bit of demand there. But we don't... Oh, right, so, right, coca leaves, we can bring in some of that. They will run out eventually, but that's fine. That way we can make a bit more room in the stockpiles in here, because, yeah, it is getting a bit full. We could potentially take some of the iron or ore from here as well. Although, eventually we'll get another blacksmith for sure. That's going to be using quite a bit. What else is there? Things that we might want to deliver to the other town. And maybe we'll get some of the field worker tools as well. Not a lot. I'm sure that will help. Now, let's deliver that to Spokomania. And then, right, there's the pigs and the gold in Osthorn. We'll go ahead and load up some stuff from Halfman, although there's not much, but yeah, we'll quickly go there and pick up some of the stuff for Osthorn. And with that, I believe we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, get the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.